was gonna say, so yeah, we get our KFC, we get a rest.
Yeah.
And I guess in the morning we figure
gravy?
out, huh?
Did you cut this gravy with water? Or is this 100% KFC gravy?
I don't. I just the Uber Eats, he gave it to me. Do they do that sometimes?
Quit picking on Richard.
I'm just thinking of Cartman. Like that would be a thing that Cartman would do.
Well, yeah, he did do that in the KFC episode when he bought it in an alley. He was like, "This gravy is weak. Did you cut this gravy?"
I forgot about that.
Oh my god, yeah.
I was thinking more about the episode. Like I was thinking the soccer episode where he runs in and eats all the skin off of every piece of chicken.
Off of everybody else's chicken.
Like he eats it off of every piece of chicken, and he drinks the gravy, and then he puts it back. Like he puts it down, and he's like, "Okay, guys, I'll see you guys." And like, you ate all this chicken? No, I left the chicken. And they're just like, "But that's the best part."
That motherfucker was snorting the skin.
I remember the episode you're talking about. Yeah, when KFC was illegal, he started snorting the fucking skin.
God, the impossible.
So you see that article about esports coming out with a special, like, wanting to start up a esports for disabled players and stuff like that, like physically and mentally disabled players. And top comment there was, "Great, another event Cartman can lose at."
Oh my god.
It's going to be either that or there's going to be a lot of the League of Legends text chat is going to go from people calling you autistic to saying you're worse than an autistic person. Cuz they're just going to grab one of those dudes' usernames.
I'm pretty sure there's not going to be chatter streaming in that because people that are like
No, there's not going to be chat. But what I'm saying is, as soon as you let if there is a disabled players pro league or whatever where they get to do their thing, if one of them's name is Mart DZ, as soon as you start doing bad in another game, somebody's gonna be like, "How could you be worse than Mart DZ?" Because they've gotten banned too many times for calling people retarded or having autism. They're just going to say the username of somebody they know has autism and be like, "How can you be fucking worse than this guy?"
Oh my god.
I've played enough toxic game lobbies. I know exactly what's going to happen with this.
I mean, some disabled players are like, "Yeah, I got shit on by some all the time about, my disability or being called this or called that." Not really. They don't know they have a disability.
Regular sports has its own handicap division.
Yeah.
Well, esports could have its own handicap.
That's what
I'm all for it
because they have because they have very specific gaming setups that aren't whereas if you go into the actual competitions of esports, they're very strict on no, you can only have this controller, no, you can only do this or that. But each handicap person, depending on their disability, have different setups depending on their needs.
Yeah, I want to see a StarCraft battle where nobody has hands.
Dude, that stream would hit an all-time high in donations if they have cameras catching them playing. All the foot fetishists are going to be all on that shit.
I'm glad you brought up the feet because in my mind they were just sitting at the keyboard with nubs.
No.
Sad and or banging on the keyboard.
No. I saw a video just the other day that was I think it had 20 million views, and it was just some black lady who doesn't have arms eating crab.
With her feet?
Yeah.
I assume, cracking it open and everything?
Yeah, she can just grab a hold of just grab a hold of a claw and just crack it in half, and all she's using is her toes and her feet, and she's just eating it. And that's her whole channel is she just does mukbangs eating with her feet because she doesn't have arms.
I know it's a fetish, and I also know that's her means of doing most things, but I don't like that.
Well, especially if you know what people are being weird about it. They're not just watching just to be kind.
Because it's one of those things. I watch it and I'm like, Jesus Christ! She can crack a crab leg better than I can with my hands. Half the time.
We all watch weird stuff. I watch Pimple Popper and Botched. Nobody does that out of sympathy or kindness.
Yeah, my mom watches that Pimple Popper shit.
It's the good shit. And it's just it doesn't have to be a
It's
fetish.
fascinating.
I'm like, it's fascinating. It doesn't have to be a fetish. Like, it should be like, the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's got their thing. I just watch like cop chases or like court things. I like to watch a judge
you've been
really
getting
rip into a
court
prosecutor.
TV stuff really a lot lately.
Yeah, for the longest time it was cops and like cops doing stuff, and then I ran out of content of like I ran out of stuff of like sovereign citizens being real dumb and people releasing like the courts releasing the body cam footage, because there's only so many of those that come out, every couple of months.
Yeah.
Those interactions don't happen every day. God, I wish.
They don't happen frequently enough, yeah.
Yeah. So then it moved over to like watching the sovereign citizens in court, and then just other dumb people making dumb arguments in courts.
Are you arguing against me or the individual?
Yeah.
The person, because I'm the individual representing the person, but he's not here.
Okay, so is the individual, the person, or the corporation, are they the ones that are before the court today? I believe you're trying to confuse me now.
Right? Like, trying to trick him into admitting who he is.
Yeah.
Like...
As soon as the judge started using the correct term, like his terms that he had given him every time, he's just like, you're trying to confuse me? No, I'm just trying to make sure we got the facts right. Well, either way, the next time that you see him, you let him know that he's doing court on the 23rd, but you're going to be in jail until this date, because we're not doing bond. He's just like, that's what?
So how are we woken up in the morning for our briefing or whatever?
You had alarm clocks.
Alarm clocks? So courteous. I almost would have expected a military organization to have someone literally burst in there and throw us off the mattresses.
All right, just start wailing on the trumpet.
We're not actually in an army. We're not actually in an army training base.
So the bugler doesn't stand next to your bed in basic training?
No, they do not.
God, what kind of pussy-ass army do we have anymore?
The kind where the drill sergeants don't even bother with that. It's like, there is a bugler out there that is giving that, and then it's like, oh, you ain't up yet? Throw you onto the floor.
I still can't believe that they're like it. You don't have to pass PT anymore.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that.
You can get through all the way through basic, and then it's your unit's problem to make you lose weight. And then you just, they can't really do a whole lot to you. So we just got a lot of dudes that are way too big in the army. Dude, it's Silas's time. He could go back.
I'm saying that's like the one reason he got out is that he couldn't like do the mile or whatever quick enough.
Yeah, they've done away with that standard.
Yeah.
At least in basic. They'll let you get all the way in, so that way the only way out is a dishonorable discharge.
Mm-hmm.
They don't let you just get out in basic with just a standard discharge. Did you guys see, like, what was it? Right after the Capitol riots happened, they were like, when they brought in all the National Guard for like the inauguration.
Yeah.
There's a picture of this dude who looked like he had to weigh like 600 at least.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he was one of the National Guard guys. He was in there. He had his flak vest on. His belly was all hanging out of it and everything. He was just like walking along. And it's just like, that's the one everybody's hiding behind. That's the guy. He's frontline.
He's just our bullet sponge.
Yeah, there's no way he's doing anything.
He is our
Lieutenant Bullet Sponge.
I think back on like, military, you're going to be, I guess, skinny and fit, but then I think I like that movie Milan. I really like the big guy, mainly because that guy, I guess you would think, how did he make it? And then during that during that avalanche, he literally walks over to a group of men, picks them all up, and drags them back while also pulling a horse attached to them.
We see, back in the day when we were all melee combat primarily, dudes like that were like, if you were a bulky guy, you could do some damage.
Yeah, but having just a mere 25 pounds on somebody was enough to make much of a difference, let alone having that guy anywhere from 150 to 200 pounds on you.
The way they drew him indicated he was just a really big obese guy that liked to eat and stuff like that, but he did make it through their crazy training, so I guess it's for something.
Yeah, did they all have to climb that tower? Because there's no way he did.
I only saw one person do it, actually. I mean, he technically did it at the end, because all three of them dressed as women.
And he did it with the ribbons, at least. Yeah, damn, I don't know, the amount of strength that would...
He had some watermelon for some knockers.
And he was carrying watermelons.
Yeah. Like, so, bigger dudes would have an advantage. Because, yeah, like, if it was me versus Dusty, like, no tools, I'm fucked. There's not a whole lot I could do other than, like,
maybe you have to be really skilled and lucky.
I'd have to have a lot of jujitsu.
All he would, because really all Dusty would need to do is be able to get his hands on you.
Yeah. Like, I'd have to...
Yeah, but now we're in the era of point and click kill, where, like, you don't have to be strong to pull a trigger so much.
Exactly. That's why I am king now.
He wasn't just a big dude. Like, that guy had superhuman strength. I was like...
Oh, he pulled up a horse, like you said. Yeah, it was unreal. But he was, of course, animation strength he had.
He was very much a peaceful, almost pacifist kind of guy. So, like, that was the only thing holding him back.
He was the gentle giant character.
If anything's unbelievable, it's that an army would let somebody so passive and...
Oh, they didn't give a shit.
They were grabbing every male.
Yeah, they were, weren't they? They needed one from every family. It was desperate times.
Yeah, it wasn't just like, oh, well, I don't... your attitudes aren't very passive. I don't fucking care. We need a body here, and you're gonna train. If you don't train well enough, well, you're gonna die.
Worst case scenario, we go with scenario X, where we all hide behind the pile of dead pacifists.
Back to the pile of dead bards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
So, yeah.
Hey, now, not all bards are pacifists. There's plenty of them that kick ass.
No. You need to watch the Gamers movies. You'll hide behind the pile of dead bards.
Okay.
The alarm clocks go off. After a few minutes of getting ready, the doors open up. I guess the pizza must be here.
Yep.
Ah, yeah. You tell him, pup.
# not sponsored.
But if you want to.
That is my sponsorship.
Pizza Hut CEO looks up super vague, like random podcasts he finds on your YouTube channel. This is brilliant.
5 views, no content
from us. Or did you guys all watch it?
Oh, I made Kat watch it.
Silas said he watched it, so maybe that's number 5.
Probably.
I just threw out a number.
Even the pizza.
Oh no, I mean last time I checked, I thought it was 5.
Oh, I don't know.
Every time I check it, it's one higher. I think we're doing a good job. Just all my views.
Yeah. Look, my first video, it has over 27 views. Yes, granted that 23 of them are mine, and then 2 others are my mom's.
Every time I refresh. Yeah. Oh my god. This is another one where, like, I think 2 hours ago we were like, oh, what? We're going back in time. Now we're like, we're not going back in time. Not today.
I've just been resisting this entire time to want to play that song. Gotta go back in time. I will admit, that is sure shit not where I thought this campaign was going to go.
No, time travel is left field kind of thing. But he says he's got a plan for us.
All right.
Grabs on, boys.
You heard the man.
I heard the man.